going through the hard drive, got some old footage up, and I've got so many clips over the years I haven't put up. This one is bike fit. We're going to do a bike fit in Chiang Mai. Now, this is a question: do you really need a bike fit? Right? Do you really need a bike fit? Well, it depends. It really depends. But this shop offered a bike fit, and for free. They just wanted to do some fine tuning on their equipment. So I said, yeah, why not? But that really, nothing much was really changed because the setup was already pretty good. I think your bike fit really determines based on how functional is your body. So, it's if you can touch your toes, if you can do a back bend, if you're slim, things like that, it's, your bike fit. You can quickly sort of tell what you need to do. But if you've got injuries, maybe you've got a leg length discrepancy, or you've got really tight hips, or you've got poor flexibility, then bike fit can be good. So I do recommend get a bike fit. Definitely when you buy a bike from a shop, you'll get a fit, and the bike shop did fit freely to this bike back in the day, 2013. So there's the banana feet there, So they're just measuring a bit of the arch and stuff like that. You take your bike to 20 different bike fitters, you'll get, probably 15 different opinions. All right, so it is more of an art than a science. But even science today, scientists don't even agree on similar topics. It's so close enough is good enough when it comes to bike fit. Look in the pro peloton. You got guys like Adam Hansen, you got guys like Chris Froome. And you got some, just really, really different beliefs on bike fit. So whatever works for you when it comes to bike fit, I personally find the athletes that I coach do best with the cleat slammed right back, and that's just that's what I do. I generally find athletes work better with the cleat slammed back. So you can sort of see here, there's a bit of rocking in the hips, things like that. But again, I've ridden behind maybe 1,000 pro riders, and a lot of them rocking the hips. Look at Chris Froome. Chris Froome's a great example. I've ridden a few hundred Ks of Chris Froome behind him, sitting on. He's probably seen my videos, and the dude's all over the bike. He looks like a praying mantis having an asthma attack. And that's not being mean. That's just like, he doesn't look like a pro rider, but it's Chris Froome. It's Chris Froome. So it just goes to show you don't need to look pretty on the bike to be a total machine. All right, so there's goals to have on the bike and things like that, but close enough really is good enough. And if you don't have any pain, if you got pain, then that's a good sign to get a bike fit. All right, that's the main thing. If you've got pain in your knees, or your saddle area, your groin, your vajayjay, or your dong, your perineum, then get a bike fit. Get some opinions. Different seat angle, different seat height. For sure. If you got pain in your hands after a long ride, get it sussed out, man. Get some opinions. You can see here this little pedaling. This is a really good way to learn how to pedal. This is a peanut. You basically want to be more like a circle, and to be a circle, you want to have. I'd love to see Chris Froome's pedaling technique. I reckon Chris Froome's like a circle. I reckon he pedals like a circle. I'd love to see that. I reckon most GC riders would pedal like circles. I'd love to see that though. I'd love to see it. And I'd say sprinters are more like peanuts. They pedal peanuts versus circles. If you've ever used a watt bike, you know what I'm talking about right there. Otherwise, you'll be like, what? Peanuts. Circles, what? So you can see behind, very lean. That's the low fat diet long term just leans out your legs. Just leans them out. There's just nothing. There's no cellulite. There's no excess. It's just lean you out long term, alright? But again, don't worry about that. That will just happen naturally over time. So looking at angles here, and there's a wide variety for angles. There's a wide variety for angle there. So again, seat height 1 millimeter up or 2 millimeters down, it really is a science. What I also do find as well is that using mountain bike shoes, it just works so well for walking around, stuff like that. But also having your cleats angled so your heels almost touching your cranks. Your heels almost touching your cranks. That really is a good tip to do. Have your heels in, assuming that's how you walk naturally. Crank length, that's another hot topic. I mean, some pros like Brad Wiggins use a 165, guys like Adam Hansen use a 185, or maybe even a 200 mil crank. I think Adam Hansen would probably use a 30 centimeter crank if you get him. You know, it's in the same height as Brad Wiggins pretty much. So, but Brad uses short cranks, Adam uses longer cranks. It is personal preference. All right, personal preference. So these go. They got some bad lighting here. Lighting's very important for YouTube. If you're using washed out lighting, you'll look washed out. But so yeah, use proper lighting. And so we're doing some lasers here just to suss. This will be probably the thumbnail of the photo for the video. This is to see how the knees are tracking. All right, so this can be helpful just for pain there. But again, yeah, Freely never complained of any pain. She put out good power, and she rocks like most pro women, you know, that I've ridden with as well. So it all looks pretty close enough here. Pretty close enough here. But yeah, that's just the reality, man. That is the reality of bike fit. Close enough's good enough. Get a bike fit if you do have any pain. All right, if you do have any pain, get a bike fit for sure. It is a great thing, and here's a huge tip: make sure you measure your seat height or your changes get a whiteout pen. All right, mark your bars, mark your cleats, mark your seat angle, mark your seat height. Please do that, because a lot of people they maybe drive their car to the bike fit, and then they get the bike and pull the seat out and chuck it in the back of the car, and then they go home to reassemble the bike, and they're like, oh, hang on, where was the seat height? It's like, oh man, come on, please do that. Get a whiteout pen and mark everything. Mark your bars, mark your seat, mark your angles, mark your cleats, and check those cleat tension bolts on your shoes after a couple of rides, because they can come loose. All right, so just screw them up tight, and maybe put a bit of grease in there as well in the thread, so stop it binding. This is a little bit of a Zwift. This is a bit of a Zwift setup afterwards. This is back in 2015. So really getting into it there, little twig arms. Again, if you want to have fast cardio, you want to have arms smaller. Your biceps want to be smaller than your ankles. That's when you're at peak running form, peak cycling form. Skinnier biceps than ankles, calves. Simple as that. This is Chiang Mai, Thailand. That's the bike fit. If you do have pain, if you do have any injuries, go and get a bike fit. Mark all the measurements so nothing slips down. But again, if you want to lose weight, check out my ebooks. High carb, low fat vegan. Look at those carbs. All those carbs. Cycling won't make you skinny, but high carb will. Thanks for watching.